Alrighty, hey Renzo, it's good to see you again. And
Hey,
how have these 4 days been for you?
oh, pretty good. Pretty chill, pretty steady. Just working. How about you? How are you doing?
Awesome. It's been good. Um, yeah, took the baby to the beach for the first time and yeah, it was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Yeah,
First time she's been to the beach.
yeah, yeah, she loved it.
Nice.
Great. Yeah. And so with that, were you also able to get a chance to look at the content that I sent you, the trainings?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was pretty helpful. It was really interesting, and yeah, definitely didn't never really thought I'd see things that way. So yeah, definitely.
Sweet. And did you have any questions on those as well before we get started?
No, I think they're pretty straightforward. So I was able to yeah learn a lot. I love them.
Okay, sounds good. And so, yeah, without further ado, then we'll just jump right into it. As you mentioned, we want to start as soon as possible, right?
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, as
Great.
soon as possible.
Okay. And so I do want to let you know that I got a chance to go through that strategy for you. I also looked at what you had posted on your social media accounts that you had sent me just to kind of see how things were going with that and the different interactions there. Um, and then from that as well, we kind of just took some notes as well on just what kind of website that we'd be looking at creating. Um,
Yeah.
and so with that process, I've come up with a plan that I can confidently say will solve all the problems that you're currently facing. But along with that, I mean, that's my opinion. I'll let you be the judge of whether, that's actually the case or not.
Okay.
Um, and so with that, I do have a couple more questions for you. I know we had a ton of questions last time as well, but this is just to make sure we're on the same page, and that we deliver exactly, what you're expecting as well as to set some of our expectations.
No,
Um,
definitely.
and so we had mentioned looking to increase the amount of clientele. And I'm curious what you've tried so far. I know we mentioned word of mouth and DMs. Is there anything else that you've tried so far? Um,
Uh,
of
no,
solving?
I haven't really tried anything besides, trying to reach out to, some web designers such as yourself. But no, just the word of mouth and DM has been my bread and butter thus far.
Alrighty, that's awesome. And so you're kind of just looking around, doing some research to see what method would work best for you.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
definitely.
smart. That's honestly what I would do too. I like just being able to see my options and to go
Yeah.
from there. And so with that, I have put together a presentation to be able to walk through some of that information with you.
Okay.
And a lot of it does show some general add-ins that we have. Rest assured that not everything is going to be present or offered to you today. Um, it's just so that we're able to cover all the bases and to kind of also help you know our reasoning behind what we're recommending for you. And so with that, I'll go ahead and share my screen and
Sure.
start that presentation for you. Okay, there we go. And then, so here, the main question is how do you reliably scale your sales? And what I can say is that there is a system to it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here making these recommendations for you. There is a system that we're able to apply to virtually any business to help scale your sales and to put a guarantee behind that. And so with that, the different aspects of it are not scheduling enough appointments, not having a warm up before you pitch them, and no sales process in place. So whenever I looked at these three things for you, I can see that a lot of it, is through your own blood, sweat, and tears, right? You're warming them
Yeah.
up by having them message you and then, talking to them in order to get to that point to schedule an appointment. And so with the sales process, it's all super manual, right? You're the one reaching out to everybody and
Right.
having to answer all those messages in the process. And
Yeah.
so with that, well, that is great, in the beginning, you got started, you're here now, which is awesome. And so from there, our job is to just help you make it as seamless as possible from here. And so that is through conversion optimization to be able to turn, your following of 10 to 11,000 to more, people who are interested in wanting to reach out to you to get that product. And then to also help double the conversion rate that you have right now from 25% to 50. So this is done by boiling every single step of your client acquisition sales funnel down to a proven science. And so we're in the very beginning of that process of having that funnel. And so going through, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to break down your business with data. And we want to make sure we get the hard numbers of how many people are interacting. Maybe they don't make a comment, but they, interact with the post that you have in a different way. Just the different things to see what ways are going to be working best for you. And I see also here with the link that I sent you that you were able to set up those ads, right?
Yeah.
And have that going. So now that we have that going, that will also help in bringing more people to your social media page, and then ultimately to the website that we'll create for you. And so, yeah, with breaking down the data, we'll be able to see exactly, what's not working, if we need to fine tune anything, set up the complete tracking and conversions, figure out, where the bottlenecks are, and what problems we need to focus on solving. And with that, then there'll be clarity into the performance of your business. Does all that make sense so far?
Yeah, it sounds all really, really
Okay.
good.
And so from this point, we're also going to be measuring your baseline compared to other $100,000 sales funnels, the funnels that are, in your industry. And so with the beats, with the music industry, just looking into who else offers similar products to see how they are creating their funnels. We know that the ones that, as we mentioned, it's a science. And so looking into those industries and seeing where you have those companies that are similar will help with your funnel as well. And so this will help give us answers and proven solutions to the specific bottlenecks in your current client acquisition flow. And then from there, as we mentioned, with websites, we're going to be building a design flow that incentivizes your leads down every single step in the sales funnel. So with this process, it'll allow us to be able to help you be more hands-off with your business. And so with that, we'll also send you a questionnaire to see what your preferences are as far as the design goes. So that's one of the things to look forward to. And then have you ever heard of a VSL?
No, I haven't. What is that?
So VSL stands for Video Sales Letter. And what it does is it essentially educates and preps people before they come onto a call with you, to know, like, so they know about your product, they know what you're offering. It kind of just has them in that right frame of mind so that you're not spending as much time trying to sell them on the product before getting on a call. And so, as you mentioned, like you have been doing videos in your actual course. And so
Yeah.
this is just like a pre-video where you would offer perhaps some information for them, kind of like you do on your Instagram pages. And it just helps you to be able to weed out people who maybe won't be as interested. So with these, we'll touch base on those later down the line, as well as sales scripts that are included. And so with scripts, every now and then, you think scripts are going to be robotic or, they don't feel as natural. But with that, scripts actually help book 2 to 3 more times more leads into calls. And so that's just an easy way that we can get that transition over. And so again, with the sales process and scripts, those will be included as well to just help optimize those sales for you. And so our goal for you is to help you have that visual clarity and control in your business. And also a sales funnel capable of scaling, that 100,000 a month without, breaking, without having to do everything as you've been doing at this moment. Granted, while you don't have to do everything, you are still going to have to do some things in order to make this work. What we don't do, and we don't create your product market fit. So your offer that you have with the 2-month videos, that's, you know, the offer that you already have, and then generating your traffic. So you do already have that organic audience with your Instagram, and then with the paid ads included as well. That'll help us have a clearer view of the traffic that you had. And you did have an exceptional amount of traffic, so I think it's safe to say that we can move forward from here. As I mentioned, I'm not going to recommend anything that's going to hurt you. And so that's why putting the ads in place, we were able to see that, okay, you do have a lot of people who are coming in, who are interested. So then we can convert those people into sales as well. And so with finding the problem, we've already gone through that process, and that's what the analytics are for. And then we'll help you create those solutions, which I'll touch base on right after this, and then we'll assemble that system for you if everything goes well and you see that it's a good fit to implement.
Okay.
And so this system typically gets you 10,000 to 15,000 for every 1,000 visitors. And so what I saw on the ads that you were able to put in place, there are already 5,000 people who clicked on those ads. And so with that, once we develop the website for you, get that VSL going, then we'll be able to convert the majority of those people in order to, you know, get you even more sales. And so with that, let's say we were, you know, able to do half of that, so 2,500. Just with that, we were able to do 25K in sales minimum. And so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And if you still have any doubts, we do have 100% guaranteed to do 2 times to 5 times plus ROI minimum, or we work with you for free until you do. And so, like I said, we're here for you. We want to make sure that, you know, this is a good match. And with this product, we'll be able to help you get to that point where you're, you know, succeeding even more.
Nice.
So now that we have the ads and all the trafficking set up for you, we have the conversion tracking set up. And so once we get to that point, this is going to be a 2-week conversion plan. With the VSL, this is going to be one of those things that it'll happen as fast as you turn stuff, or I guess not turn stuff in, it's not a homework assignment. But with these deliverables, the timing of how fast we get things done, it will just be dependent on how quickly you're able to get these deliverables to us. So with the VSL, we'll have the script and everything set for you to be able to do that. And as of right now, do you have any questions or concerns?
Um, yeah, so can you tell me a little bit more about the script that I would be following for the VSL?
Gotcha. So for the scripts, it's something that we also work out with you, because you know your product best, you know the odds and ends of it, as well as the information that you want to be giving. So you'll be working with a member, or what's it called? There's another training that I have set up that I'll be sending you that'll walk you through the script that you'll be able to use for the VSL. And so with the script, it'll have the sales copy in it so that you're able to present yourself in the most, you know, I guess, sales driven way, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Alrighty. And so with this right here is for the entire package. And as mentioned, we have a conversion tracking setup. So that's just going to monitor all the sales data is coming in. We're going to have the appointment setting script that'll help you just automate that a little bit more so you don't have to spend all that time DMing everybody, as well as the VSL that we mentioned, the sales script that will also help you during your calls to translate more of those people over. And then we'll also build out that website for you. And so for all of this, it's going to be 8,800 total. And as mentioned, you already have 5,000 people who have clicked on your ads. And so you already have a potential of 25,000 just sitting there. So that's something to keep in mind. And so to get started, it'll be 4,400 today. And then once we complete it, then we'll do another 4,400. And so with that, do you have any questions or how does that sound?
Um, yeah, so yeah, I totally do want to move forward with this, and yeah, I totally see the value, and I think it would actually help me a lot. But at the moment, I don't know if I can make that payment at this very moment.
Gotcha. And why would that be?
I don't have the $4,400 today, that I can that I would be able to send. Maybe if we could break down the payments, split it into maybe 4 different payments or 6 different payments. I don't know if you're willing to work with that, but if that was the case, then I could definitely move forward that way.
Gotcha. Okay, so you mentioned 4 different payments. We could definitely do that. And what we would do is we would just make these as checkpoints. So after today we do the 2,200. And then once we get the conversion tracking set up and move to the appointment, and then we do another 2,200. And then, yeah, break it down that way. And then video and sales script the next. And then at the end be the final amount.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And any other questions or reservations that you have?
No, no, not at all. I'm really excited to move forward with this, and yeah, can't wait to get started.
Perfect. Same here. That's awesome. It'll be a pleasure working with you. So what I'll do is I already sent you the agreement just now, and then we'll take into account what's it called? If you just, I'm sorry, totally blanked out for a second. I have the payments right here ready and all set. If you just have me upload this real quick. What's your credit card information?
502-674-21-24-9875.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Well, I have another meeting that I'm going to be going to, but I will send you another email just to follow up and we'll get started from there. And it was a
All
pleasure.
right, awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye.